Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome to Market Psychology 101, where we look for value in the markets when there is fear and are cautious when there is greed. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Bitcoin mining stocks. We've obviously had a little bit of a sell-off in crypto and further might be coming. So maybe we're getting in even greater territories to buy. Starting off with fear and greed, right now we have fallen down into neutral. You can see as I refresh that, just yesterday we were up in the greed zone, which I really wasn't buying that level to begin with. But now truly we are where we're supposed to be, down in the neutral zone, getting towards fear. So maybe we're getting into great times to buy. As you can see, the last times we dipped down this much, this was the post ETF approval. The ETF, it spiked as we got above, what was it, 49K or something. Here was obviously the all-time high, or the new all-time high. And then it dipped, and then we had this dip down here. So should we get below 50 or even close to 30, it might be some great times to buy. Looking at the stock fear and greed index, because we are looking at Bitcoin mining stocks, even though the price action is more correlated to what crypto does. You can see CNN has us in fear, and pie vesting, we came up a little bit, came back down. Now we're in the neutral territory. So other than that, before we get into the mining stocks, this is what the alt season index looks like. Still relatively low. I'm telling you, if we get another cycle top like we did in 2021 or 2017, these are great times to dollar cost average in. Obviously, do your own research. Never invest more than what you're able to lose, but do your own research. And if you like any of these miners that are available, you might be looking at some really good gains. But again, do your research. On this channel, we take a look at the price action, seeing if we can get some good deep value where it makes sense, or if there's further downside to go possibly. So in this area right here, when alt season just rips up, and you can see how quick it happens, that was truly a great time to have any altcoins or mining stocks. On the rainbow chart, you can see we're still in the lower zones. We're in this green zone. Maybe we'll get to this teal zone right here where it says Bitcoin could be between 42 and 55K. I'll show you why I think that's possible. So here we're taking a look at Bitcoin, and my God, you can see this wick down pretty violently. This is the first time I'm looking at it today. Yesterday, it wasn't that low, but we wicked all the way down to 56.5. And in my opinion, if we have a candle body, now I have this on the Heikin-Ashi candles. If we close under this 100-day moving average, then I think there's a lot of reasons why we could be looking at the 200-day moving average around 52K for really great support, and for the bulls to get back in. You can see here we have the 786 macro fib and some price structure over here. So those are three very strong areas of support. Should this get lower? And if it does, guys, that's okay, because this is just giving us more time to get into the markets. So we can increase our gains overall by the time we do hit those cycle tops. Bitcoin dominance, I've talked about this before, how when Bitcoin dominance tanks violently, like it did here in April of 2021, or here in late December, early January, that's when alt season goes parabolic. So I have these trend lines drawn. One, it was support back here in 21, and two, it's just connecting to this high here. And so my base case really is for Bitcoin dominance to get above that 57.5 level at the very least. That's my opinion. Could it get higher? Sure. But I think after it gets up here, then I would be expecting at any time when this thing drops, altcoins just go nutso. So let's start off by taking a look at our Bitcoin mining stocks, and we'll rip through them a little bit fast as we can here. So someone asked in my last video, how do I draw a fib? When you click this fib retracement here, all I do is I line it up with the prior high. I draw it from the high to the low. Okay. When you have your chart on log scale, and here on this channel, I look at investment opportunities, not trading. You could say for crypto, maybe more of a trade vesting. But even still, log helps us take a look at the macro view in a better way, in my opinion. I also put this on log scale when we're looking at price between the prior highs and lows. When it's between the prior highs and lows, that's what you want to do. So what you see here is, man, Mara has a lot of great support here. We have the 0.5 fib. We have price structure. We have the 200, the 100, the 50. So if you're dollar cost averaging into Mara right here, I wouldn't blame you. Last, we got a sell signal all the way up here when it's at around 26. Right now it's at 16, 15, so it's right there. Should it get below all of this, then we would probably be looking, I would have to guess down here around the 11 range. So in my opinion, not a bad time to dollar cost average in. And when I invest in the things I like, guys, I don't get concerned with buying the true bottoms. Too many people obsess over that. Now, you can put on one of these buy-sell signals. That's what these green red dots are for. There's buy-sell signal indicators. I have the 10-20 moving average crossover with Fibonacci signals. That's more of a leading indicator, a lagging indicator that confirms UT bot alerts. Pretty good one as well. So Mara, again, my opinion, not a bad time to get in, but if it gets lower, I'd watch for 11. I could throw in some volume charts, but I want to get rolling with this because I am making a conscious effort to make these videos a little quicker and not ramble on as much. RIOT, what do we see? Well, we had a buy signal, but overall, we are getting lower highs and lower lows in a couple different ways. So I really do want to see a solid close above this 0.5 and even this trend line up here. So RIOT, it looks like it's found some good structural support. It got underneath these moving averages here. I don't know, do we have anything on the monthly? Not really, so going back over to the weekly. These moving averages right now, they're resistance, and I do want to see these close above resistance as well as that 0.5. When we get above all this stuff, I think turn on the rocket ships. It'll be a great time to go. But, overall, again, we have lower highs, lower lows. And so if this just kept trending down, if you're catching RIOT at the low 8 range, or if it fell down to the next fib, that's around $7. Again, we're just setting price targets, some possible great areas to buy. Obviously, do your own research on whether or not that is a mining stock you really like and want to get into. CleanSpark, look, so this one's been looking like one of our better mining stocks because it's been staying above our moving averages, doing really great. Here we're at the 786 fib, got rejected once, came up with a buy signal on the weekly wick, and then we have another weekly sell signal. So, the next fib we have 12.5, and we have all these moving averages, the 200, 100, and 50 here. But that price is around 11 in this 0.5 fib, around 8.75. So those could be some targets. And yeah, that's what we got for CleanSpark. I'd say right now, when you take a look at Bitcoin selling off 5.5% plus, guys, I know it sucks, but again, these are the times as we're getting into neutral and fear territory. These are the opportunities to dollar cost average in, because if we do get another cycle where we rip up like we've done before, you won't care whether you got it here in this in the green zone, the teal zone, the blue zone, whatever. You'll just be happy you got it. And so don't chase, obviously. Do your own research. I like to see if I can get in on altcoins or miners when it makes sense on the fibs, the moving averages, even if I get a strong buy signal on a more macro chart, like a weekly or monthly buy signal. Those are things I personally look for, but not financial advice. You have to do what's best for you. Some people dollar cost average in a certain amount every month regardless, or even every week. So, write down your own plan. Here we're just looking at the charts, seeing if we're able to get good value or not. CIFR. So CIFR, we have been between these, here's the 786 fib. We've been above the 618, but between the 0.5 and 618, just slowly grinding up, which I do like to see on any stock or crypto. Really hard to, for some of you guys who are in the shorting, not advisable to short Again, stocks that just slowly grind up, but you can see here, man, we've just been chopping up and down with the weekly buy and sell signals. So right now we are staying above this 618 fib at three. Actually, no, we're underneath it. Sometimes that former price fakes me out. So we are at 347, which is down here. So we're under the 618 fib, and we are down to the 50 moving average. So we did get under this 100 week moving average. We're at the 50 week moving average. Okay. Sometimes there's a lot of things to consider in the charts. My brain gets mixed up here. And as you can also see, we're going down to the 200 moving average. Now, last time it has gotten under the 200, what have you seen act as support? Okay, this 0.5 fib at 240. So if you can possibly snag CIFR down at 240, it might not be the worst time. Something I'll repeat this every week. I know everyone's not a fan of it, but on this channel, guys, I'm not here to just pump all the moon boys up and all the bulls up and just let us all be in an echo chamber of disbelief and delusion. And so something I've talked about. You can see the date down here, December 2020 at the bottom. That's when Bitcoin was making new all-time highs last cycle. And this asset, CIFR, is at $10, got up to 12, 15, and then sold off violently to 0.5. The point I'm making, guys, is anytime there's new IPOs, new altcoins, especially when they come out around the new all-time high, 99% of the time, guys, I've seen these not be good investments back here. Now, as far as right now, could this do better this time? I believe it can. We've already had a lot of chart to look at, but as I do talk about other altcoins, other miners, I know it's not a popular opinion or opinion that people like, and that's fine. You can disagree and put your money where your mouth is. If you want to put your money into a new IPO, a new altcoin, a new miner, I want you to make money. I truly do, and I hope you do. If that's something you believe in, and I am happy to be wrong. But guys, I'm just saying, most of the time, 99% of the time that I've seen new altcoins come out, new miners, that'll be the last one we look at, Core Scientific. I just haven't seen those work out well. So myself, I'm not willing to take the risk, especially when we have other miners out there. But if you do your research, you like it, you love it, then hey, put your money where your mouth is, have some skin in the game. TeraWulf. So TeraWulf, let's see, as we zoom, let's go to the weekly here. So TeraWulf, it's down to 213, which is right above this 50-week moving average. We did get a sell signal. We do have this trend line as well as the fib. Which one is at the 236? Yep, the 236, which is at about $1.50. But should it get under that 50-week moving average, if Bitcoin gets down to 52, then, I would not be surprised. We're already at 57. But then you could see here, prices are at around $1.70. Might be a good area to dollar cost average in. So TeraWulf, one thing I find juicy about this one, just from the price where it is, should we get another 4-year cycle or anything like that in crypto, look where the all-time high is. Just returning to the all-time high would be a 20x. So, I might throw some educated, I'm doing quote fingers, quote unquote, educated gambling, dollar cost average money at this one, even if I don't love it, just because the chart, it's enticing. But, it is also a weaker chart compared to, what was that, Clean Spark that we looked at? So next, let's take a look at Bit Digital. And this one showing a lot of weakness right now. It's under the moving averages. It's under that fib. The next area, if it gets under this price structure here at $2, so right now it's hanging on. So by the way, this could be a great opportunity to dollar cost average in. Okay, it's at these very low levels, but if it gets even lower, then you're looking at this fib level down here at $1.42. But again, if you've done your research, you really like Bit Digital, I would not be worried about it possibly going even lower. I would just dollar cost average in more if it did. But again, that's my personal opinion, not financial advice. You got to do what's best for you. So next, let's take a look at Bitfarms. And Bitfarms, a lot of moving average support. We have the 0.5 fib. We have this trend line. We have higher highs. So right here, Bitfarms, to me, it looks like as we're going up in this channel here, it looks like it's at a pretty good area to possibly dollar cost average in if you were interested. So guys, just my opinion, I'm thinking that these are some great areas to buy. But again, do your research. My philosophy with stocks, crypto, I don't buy anything I don't like or use for stocks. And if it isn't something I use, I really have to do a lot of research to believe in it. Because if you liked buying it, the last time we had a weekly buy signal in here, and there's a green dot there, if you liked it enough to buy it in here and you don't want to buy it in here, well, you should have never bought it to begin with. So if anything you invest in or research, you need to research it enough to the point that if it gets to a lower price, you are excited about buying those dips and opportunities. Okay, that's what smart money does. Dumb real retail money. I'm not calling you guys dumb, even though we are retail money. We're all dumb. That's what happens. People see lower prices, they feel discouraged, and they stop buying in. When in fact that's a better opportunity to buy. So make sure you have a plan when you go into this. We just have a couple more. IRIS Energy Limited and CORZ. We have this trend line, and we have this little wedgie pattern forming here. So if it breaks under, the next area would be at about 368 for IRIS Energy. And then last one, CORZ. I talked about this before, guys. New charts, really hard to tell what they're going to do. What I do like about CORZ is it does have these bottoms down here at about 260. But again, consider market cap. We're at 535 million market cap. So just please be careful. We do have a daily sell signal. If it got underneath this price of 260, there's no telling how low it could go. Now, how high could this go? I don't know. But again, guys, with so many altcoins, I've been in the crypto market since 2017, okay, with so many altcoins, mining stocks. When they are this brand new, as good as the research can look, just please be cautious. And if you do decide to invest, I truly hope you make money. I really do. But I'm just going to be honest. Most of the times I don't see it work out. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're all doing well and that you have a wonderful Wednesday. Take care.